I didn't know anything about that.
The CIA did that a long time ago, back in the 40s. They used to put a 22 bullet in a microphone.
That's crazy.
And people would speak in the microphone and you get shot in the face. They hit the button and it just shoots you in the face.
I mean, dude, it makes sense. It definitely makes sense. I never even imagined it. Like, if I want to kill somebody, I don't have to get that inventive. All I do is I sit down, I go, "Dear Lord, Father in hell, Satan, please smile upon myself and my brethren and all the people who believe in enjoying the here and now and forsaking an afterlife that was created merely to bind us to the will of others. And Lord Satan, while you're blessing me, Lord Satan, if you would, if I'm not asking too much, please kill that motherfucker over there. That fucking guy sucks. That guy keyed my car. His girlfriend fucked me. Gave me gonorrhea. That's why he keyed my car. I already got gonorrhea. I think it was a little overkill. Please kill that motherfucker." And then, dude, the guy dies. So I don't, you know, I never thought about a bullet in a microphone, but there's...
Is your life hollow? Meaningless? Full of saccharine bliss and midday doldrums? Are you devoid of fear? Is there an emptiness you only truly feel when in the presence of people who love and care about you? Do you cut yourself just to feel anything? We have and are the solution. New World Order now. When complacency has broken your spirit, we have the fear you need to motivate you. Global warming. Globalism. Just the globe. Pollution. Governmental regulation. The governmental regulation of pollution. The deafening cries of the blue-collar workers demanding less regulation to save their jobs. The deafening cries of billionaires demanding that the blue-collar workers elicit deafening cries for the deregulation of pollution to save the profits made on the machines that will replace the deafening workers. Melanin content. The president. No, not that one. The bad one. Nuclear war. The collapse of the nuclear family. The atomic disintegration of the nuclear family through nuclear war. Frightening military technology. Frightening biological technology. Frightening biological military technology. Science! We can terrorize you with the war on terror. We have the technology. Caustic, inexplicable, inexcusable technology. Made in America by the finest governmentally subsidized corporations. We can't fail because we won't let them fail. And failure is not an option. Subscribe to a better future. Our future. Ring the sacred bell. It calls us. It makes us become one with you. It makes you become one with the future. Be notified of the future. The future is inside of you. We are the future. Let the future inside of you. Let us inside of you. Unleash your potential. Unleash the potential for us being inside of you. Don't you want a better future?
This is my favorite part.
Your children deserve the money to eat, to grow, to consume. Bring order to the chaos of your life with the chaos of the New World Order. Submit to subscription. Subscription is not voluntary.
Goddamn, Harry. I'm so proud of that. Sometimes I just gotta get myself in the mood. I gotta get pumped up to do this, and that always puts me in the right mood.
Good.
Yeah. So thank you very much once again, ladies and gentlemen, for watching the New World Order broadcast. We are coming to you live from the end of the world. I am your host, the Hat Man. We are joined by my co-host, Harry, the Taxman. And I don't think nearly enough people have seen that brilliant piece of AI-created footage that we have put out, so I decided that we'd start off the podcast today. Just play it all the way through. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they should watch it.
Absolutely. Why wouldn't you want to change your life for the better? I mean, you feel stagnant. You feel like you're too happy. You're too fulfilled. You don't have an enemy. You don't feel any fear anymore. We'll put that back inside you. We will motivate you to fight, to live, by making you very afraid. And we're going to talk about all the things that you should be scared of, all the ways that you're being manipulated, all the things that you have no control over, that you should stay up at night worrying about. Fuck sleep.
How could you do when you're sedated?
Why do you think I drink? I'm like the Mad Comics character, Alfred E. Newman. What, me worry?
Right.
Except I got a bottle of booze next to me.
Well, that's what you want.
Not really. I often hope for a better world. But Harry, you know, I've been on this journey with AI, and that video that we just watched, AI videos have gotten so good now, you can't differentiate them from reality for the most part. You really have to have a good eye. And I'm kind of gonna miss, like, when I was creating this video is bonkers. I mean, you watch it and the imagery is like, what the fuck am I looking at? What the fuck am I looking at? There's a polar bear melting. What the fuck is going on? Why is that little girl dancing and she has 3 arms for a split second? And nowadays, like, I've been experimenting with it a little bit because that's a large part of what I'm going to do is AI video outputs. And it's so good, I'm kind of going to miss the days when it wasn't good, when we created that. Like, the footage came out a little crazy.
Well, how long did it take you to create that?
I think I was working on that. Well, Talking Head did the voiceover for it, and that didn't take him very long at all. We spent like a few hours developing the script. A couple days later, he had a few voiceovers for me, and then it took me 2 days because I was working on Pika Labs when they were in their beta testing phase. So I had to go onto like a Discord, which I know you probably don't know what that is. It's basically like a chat room where everybody's working out in the open so everybody can watch everybody else's progress. It was really fun, but I could only do 3-second clips. So I had to do a lot of clips. So it took me a couple days, and then I had to put it together. But it was really cool because this is back when AI video was fucking nonsense. Like, your outputs were nonsense, but that's exactly what I wanted. I wanted it to look fucked up and weird. So it was really fun because I'm in the chat room and people can watch your video. It posts automatically. So they get to see your inputs and then your video follows. And I remember that one scene where I type in a polar bear melting and everybody stops. I'm in the Discord room with like 150 other people, and all of a sudden everybody stops typing.
That's a shock treatment.
Yeah. And all of a sudden I see like 10, 15 other people are typing in variations of what I just typed in, polar bear melting.
Yeah, what do they call that? Global warming?
Yeah, well, yeah, that's exactly, yeah.
A bunch of bullshit by that vice president.
Well, the part of the voiceover where, he said global warming, so I was like, I just sat down and thought of a visual. I was like, polar bear melting, obviously. That would be the best. Can we do that? And everybody else was like, that's such a fucking good idea. And everybody else started typing in prompts to get the same type of video. It was a lot of fun, dude. I'm going to miss the days when AI was kind of like the Wild West and shit did not quite look right. And thankfully, if you go on Hugging Face, you can get earlier versions of this shit because the stuff that's coming out now is so polished. It's, you can't tell it from real life. You can't tell the difference.
That's disappointing, though.
Why is that?
You look at something, you think it's real, and then you find out it's a bunch of bullshit.
Yeah, I mean, we were going over this this morning, though. I mean, my point was, if you look at any media, okay, so everybody's like, well, you can't trust anything you see on the internet. Okay, fine. When could you?
Question is, I don't know what's real anymore.
Yeah, but my point is, I don't really think anything has changed. So, let me put it this way. You've been in the computers for a very long time. You were probably one of the first people on the internet.
486? How far back is that?
Harry, I don't even know what the fuck that is.
486 is a computer from the early 90s.
Okay, early 90s.
Yes.
Now, did you have internet connection in the early 90s?
Yeah, it was a computer thing. I even had a 386, which was before that. It was slow as shit on the telephone.
Yeah.
And that you had to buff it up, and you had to sit there and wait.
So I remember the dial-up modem, the 56K, like anybody who doesn't recognize the noise that I'm going for, you're obviously way younger than me. But I didn't get started on the internet until like 99, 2000. Yeah. You know what I mean? So yeah. you were hitting it early 90s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think late 80s and early 90s I got my first computer.
Yeah. I just we're going to look back on the days, especially with AI, when the output was crazy. But here's my point. I mean, back in the early 90s, did you believe everything that you read on the internet? It was mainly reading. There were no videos.
I questioned it. But I also researched it the hard way.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I went to the library.
Ooh. What's
like
that?
Going into what, the library?
Yeah, what's that?
It's a tombstone. It's a graveyard.
It's a dinosaur graveyard, is what it is. Hey, hey guys, back in the day, books used to be made out of paper, and a library was a giant room where they stored all of them. So if you went to the library and they didn't have the book you were looking for, you're SOL. You're shit out of luck. You could not find the information. Yeah. So you went to the library to research what you read online?
And I checked them out.
Yeah.
With the old drawers, with the Dewey system that you had to go through the little cards and find out where they were.
Yeah. Dude, ask me what my first job ever was. My first paid employment when I was 12 years old in 1992.
Gee, I was even old then.
I was 12. I worked at the public library in Oakland, New Jersey. I was a page. You know what a page does?
It's like an intern with the Washington, D.C. White House.
No, nothing quite so glamorous. What a page does in a library is I take all the returned books and I put them back where they're supposed to be. And when there's no returned books, you just go shelf by shelf and make sure everything is in the correct order according to the Dewey Decimal System. That was my job.
That's good training.
Yeah. I was...
Obey.
What do you mean by that?
The movie, Them. Remember the movie, Them, with Ronnie Piper?
Yeah, I know the movie. We were talking about it the other day.
Obey.
How is this relevant to working at a library?
12 years old, you didn't know any better.
Okay. Anyway, I was so good at my job that I lasted there for about 3.5 weeks. They found somebody much better. All I wanted to do was sit in the break room and eat pretzels. I just wanted a paycheck. I was saving up to get a pair of Doc Martens because that's what the cool kids were wearing. So, and also I had just started smoking, so I needed to support my nicotine habit.
Yeah, but they haven't stopped that.
No. Nobody likes a quitter, Harry.
No, so you're not a quitter.
No, I'm not a quitter.
Good.
I'm not a quitter. I will smoke until I die. And I'll probably die from something else. It'll be ironic. Trust me. Anyway, I'll get hit by a car or something. But, I mean, so in the early 90s, you're not trusting what you read on the internet.
No,
okay.
I had a feeling that it didn't seem right.
Okay, so let's go back before the internet. Let's go back to the 70s and the 80s. Did you believe everything that you saw on television?
No, I was kind of stupid up to about 18, 19 years old. Reality hit me in the face like a fucking ton of bricks.
But what I'm asking you is in the 70s and the 80s, just because it was on television, let's say it was on the news, did you believe it?
Some of it seemed real. Yeah. But like I said, until I got into the real world, maybe I believed most of this stuff.
All right, fair enough. I never believed anything.
Ignorance until you get smart.
Let's go back earlier. So let's go back to the days of radio.
Oh.
Okay, radio. Now, did you believe everything that you heard on the radio?
Well, not really, because some of it came from different sources that you couldn't trust.
Okay.
And it was conflicting information.
Okay.
But I wasn't that far back in the 30s when you only had radio. I had the television in 54.
What year were you born in again?
46.
46. They already had television in 46, right?
But they had television.
But not commercial television,
no,
right?
No, not commercial.
Yeah. Yeah.
But they had the radios.
Right. So you didn't believe everything you heard on the radio. You didn't believe everything that you saw on TV. You didn't believe everything that you read on the internet, because back then there were no videos on the internet. You had to read everything, and it took a day to download a page of text. Let's go back even earlier. We were talking about this earlier today. Do you remember? I told you, books, after the printing press was invented. Do you remember what I told you the first bestseller was? What was it?
1486.
Yeah, that's the date. What was the name of the book?
The book about was hunting witches down.
Yeah, the name of the first bestseller, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, was The Witch's Hammer. Published, I believe, in 1486. And it was a treatise on how to detect and hunt down and properly dispose of, by burning, witches in your community. This was the first bestseller after the invention of the printing press. So everybody like you, I'm sorry, when I hear people say, not just you, I'm not getting on your ass, but when I hear people say, well, you don't know what to believe anymore, my retort to that is always, what the fuck has changed? Nothing's changed.
It's the same world, different characters, different language, different countries, but it's the same principle that's still going on from day one.
If you believe in something just because it's mass-produced and just because it's popular, you're a fool. Just because you see it doesn't mean it's real. Hey, guess what, ladies and gentlemen? This ain't real. It's a rule set. It's a download. It's a construct. It's an experience that you're having through individuated consciousness, through the hemisphere of fucking vibrations of which you are not only a part but the whole, but you're having a differentiated consciousness through focus, and the body is the vehicle that allows you to focus on a finite stream of information at one time. Nothing's real. There's no such thing as real. There's no such thing as truth. You're supposed to figure it out. That's a huge part of what this experience is. I'll tell you one thing that's changed, because I really sat down and I thought about this. I'll tell you one thing that's changed recently. There's no such thing as truth. But what we had until very recently, until social media, we had popular lies. We had something that was probably not true that was broadcast to enough people that you got to go to work the next day and gather around the water cooler and talk about it. Yeah. Like the Janet Jackson nip slip at the fucking Super Bowl, which was planned. Hello. It was obviously there to boost ratings in her career and cause a kerfluffle in the media. It was definitely planned. She had a pasty on. What woman wears pasties underneath their bra if they're not thinking
not
that maybe
the milk jug?
Yeah, if you're not thinking that maybe my tit's gonna get pulled out on national television, you're not wearing pasties, no. Okay? So that was fake, but it was the same for everybody. Nowadays, you have a carefully cultivated pocket of lies that's made just for you. It's like what they do in the galleries. It's not called cultivation when you decide what you're going to put in the show. Curated. What you have now are individually curated lies just for you. So nothing's changed except now the media that you're experiencing is catering to you. It's different from everybody else's media.
But they're feeding you like a drug dealer gives you a drug.
Exactly. And we were talking earlier today because you're a big proponent of Irving Schiff's book, The Federal Mafia, yeah. And that was kind of the basis of how you beat the IRS in 2002. You made your own tax statement, but that book, The Federal Mafia by Irving Schiff, it was the seed. It got you on the track. And you were on Facebook the other day, and you saw an advertisement from Amazon for The Federal Mafia. Right. And you came over to me and you go, oh man, something's in the wind. They're actually advertising the Federal Mafia. I said, who? I said, Amazon. Because Amazon actually still sells the book, which is pretty cool. Yeah. that you can still buy it, because that guy went to jail and got
whacked.
he got suicided.
Yes.
So I had to, hey, listen, man, just because you're seeing an advertisement for the federal mafia does not mean that anybody else is seeing an advertisement for the federal mafia. You're seeing the advertisement because the algorithm figured out that that's what you're into. So they're trying to sell you that book. So that's what's changed. That's the only thing that's changed. Now the lies, the deceit, the advertising is individually curated. You don't have en masse lies.
So the thing is, they know what I clicked on, and they know what I used, but that goes back to 1996. So therefore, they have a folder on me.
It's not like there are people that are sitting down watching you going, he clicked on this thing for the federal mafia. I bet you we can get him to buy another copy. It's AI. It's an algorithm. Yeah. And the algorithm sits that nobody's looking at it. No person is looking at it. It's just the algorithm goes, oh, he's interested in this shit. And then it sends you an advertisement. That's it. But nobody else is getting the same advertisements you are.
Right. Well, I got it, and I used it. I perfected it, and it works. But it's like, 25 years ago?
Here's an advertisement with people behind it. Go buy the Federal Mafia. Give it a read.
Right. Go to page 278. Learn how to do a zero return.
There you go.
And then to come back to me, and I'll give you the tax statement for free. And then if you want to fight them and you want to be free, take your chance.
And as with every podcast we do, Harry's tax statement, he actually beat the IRS. Harry's tax statement is available to you for free. The link is in the description below the video. We have a Google Drive file set up to share. You can download it, go through it. A lot of it's pretty insane. It's a fun read. If you can get through it, it's like 200 and how many pages?
256 pages.
Jesus. Oh, I think our file's like 278. I was trying to use a photocopier at Staples to get digital files off it, and it kept jamming up. So I think there's a few pages missing. But it's still a fun fucking read. Yeah. I went through the file that we have posted, and there's a lot of fun stuff in there.
Well, the information's there, and if you want to read it as history, fine, go ahead.
Yeah, and while we're, before we get into the meat and potatoes of the podcast, if you haven't watched by now, we generally don't get into the main topic of discussion until 30 or 45 minutes in. I don't give a shit. Fuck you. And fuck YouTube and fuck their algorithm. And fuck you, YouTube, for shadow banning me for talking about a certain type of warfare that is the room where people learn in within a school is called a blank room warfare. Fuck you for shadow banning me for talking about that. Anybody who's not thinking about that is a fucking retard. YouTube, go fuck yourself. Anyway, and we're probably just going to start saying it because our views went from on YouTube anywhere from 80 to 200 on YouTube every single week to 2. We haven't had 2 views since we started this podcast. There was always at least 3. It was me, my mommy, and my brother were watching every single one. We've never had 2 views.
Even your father don't watch them?
Nah, he's not into it.
Oh, disappointment.
I know. He's not into it. But we've never had 2 views. So now we're going from, we're going from 80 to 250 views. They put us down to 2. And it was on the episode where I talk about a room where a person learns in within a school is called a blank room. Take the blank, warfare. And now we're down to 2. Come on. Talking Head said to me that a lot of people have been having difficulty with the YouTube algorithm. Like, he's really big into this guy named Yahtzee who talks about video games. I forget the name of his channel, but it's really funny. And even his views are cut in half, like around the same time. So I don't know, man. Apparently a lot of people have been having problems with it. But then he also told me that he was watching one of our episodes and it said 2 views. And while he was watching it, instead of going up to 3, it went down to 1.
Somebody didn't want the information to go out.
Tell me that's not fucking insane.
Censorship.
So he's watching one of our videos that has 2 views already. He clicks on it to watch it. While he's watching it, the view count goes down to 1.
Well, what happened with that video that we did More Than Money? How many did they get hit? You got over 600 views on that.
Yeah, across all platforms we did. Yeah, which anybody who's actually a professional YouTube content creator or any type of content creator would be like, you're proud of that? Jesus Christ. But yeah, I mean, for us, you know, because we're doing long format and we're not good at this, I was pretty proud of it. But yeah, across all platforms, we've got over 600 views on, what was the name of the episode? It was Money Grows on the Tree of Knowledge.
Right.
And we were talking about Tracy Twyman's book, Money Grows on the Tree of Knowledge. Yeah.
But she also came out of the 90s, too. I think that was the late 80s and the 90s where all these people came out and they got enlightened. And every one of them has suffered some way because what they were bringing out.
Well, I'm not going to argue with you that the 90s were awesome because I am a product of the 90s. Cheers, 90s kids. But who else from the 90s can you think of?
Well, it was Irvin Schiff.
Okay.
Joe Bannister, Sherry Jackson.
Oh, okay. So that whole income taxes are illegal movement started in the 90s?
That started in the early 80s and the 90s.
Late 80s, early 90s. I gotcha. That's cool.
And
I didn't know that.
That was when we had a lot of free thinkers.
Yeah.
And like I said, most of these people, they had suffered one way or the other. Even Joe Bannister, who was a former ATF agent, they went after him. His own people went after him.
Yeah, and the ATF, we've talked about it previously. I don't remember the exact information, but the ATF and the IRS are very, very tightly tied together.
Well, that's right, and the government's doing the same thing today.
Well, and it's funny that you bring up that, like, we had so many free thinkers then, and a lot of people that inspired you to go on your crusade with the whole tax thing, and you won. I just want to keep reiterating that, because a lot of people, if you're not intrigued by this, ooh, last cigarette, missed the camera.
Oh.
If you're not intrigued by the fact that he took the IRS to court claiming that income taxes are unconstitutional, and he won, and the proof is that he got his entire tax year back, a check from the IRS for all the taxes that he paid for the tax year. I mean, the IRS doesn't write checks, okay? So, I mean, that's proof. If you're not intrigued by that, at least enough to go read The Federal Mafia by Irving Schiff or take a breeze through the free Google Docs download you can get on the description for this video, I don't think you really have a sense of curiosity. You might not be alive. You might be an NPC. Because as soon as you told me about this whole battle that you went through, I was at least intrigued. I wanted to know more about it, you know?
If you don't want to wake up and then you're going to stay where you are, you're going to stay a slave.
But it's funny you bring up the 90s and everything because, God damn it, I don't see a lot of free thinkers around me right now. I mean, let's take a look at this whole thing that's happening with Charlie Kirk. And before we move on with that, I mean, we talked about that on the last podcast. I do want to apologize to all of our loyal viewers who, according to YouTube, at this point is 2. Right. All of our loyal viewers, we did not put a podcast out last week. And I do have to apologize for that. I know that we miss big gaps of time when I was in China trying to figure out a way to steal the sun from humanity and sell it back to them. We missed 9 months. But we've been pretty consistent lately, and I do, ladies and gentlemen, have a very good reason for missing last week's podcast, and you know what it is.
Of course.
Yeah, I mean, it's a really good reason. I was drunk. So there it is.
You're telling the truth, though. Hey, if they don't like it,
I'm working on a project.
I'll swear you were.
Yeah, you know. I woke up at 6 a.m. and I'm like, coffee, booze. Yeah, so I was in no condition. But, you know, I've been working really hard on a secret project, and last week it got out of hand. I overworked myself a bit. I was getting very frustrated, and I just needed some time off. So I took some time off, and I was in that rare place that all alcoholics know well, where you can be drunk and hung over at the same time. It's not a good place to be. Have you ever experienced that?
No.
So here's basically what it feels like. You can't walk straight, but you're not happy, energetic, or giddy because you have a pounding headache and you keep shitting almost your pants, which I may have done once. That is where I was at.
Well, remember when I did the little pipe trick?
Yeah,
a couple weeks ago.
Dude, I found your big hookah.
Oh, good.
Yeah. I'll show you where it is after the podcast.
Yeah.
Because I know you've been smoking out of that little hookah that you got, which is fine. But the big one seems to work better. And you actually found like basically real pot, THC-3. So I found your big hookah. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. I was looking for a prop for the middle of the table. I can't find the props anymore. We misplaced the box with all the props in it. And I didn't find any props, but I found your hookah. So
yep, I'm gonna have more fun with that.
Yeah, I'll remind me after the podcast. I'll grab it for you. Yeah.
Oh, I'm a pothead. Gee, I got good training in Woodstock.
Oh, this is the coffee mug that Harry got for me. Because I drink so much coffee, but maybe I should give you this mug.
No.
Maybe because I don't smoke pot.
No, it's a gift to me, and I don't take gifts back.
All right. Well, I got you an Oscar the Grouch coffee mug as a gift. I still don't think you got the joke.
Well, whatever. And we'll have surprises. You got more surprises for you people coming up.
Yeah, but I mean this fucking Charlie Kirk thing. So what were we talking about? I mean, the last podcast that we did was on this. And yeah, I don't see any swarm of free thinkers around me in the roaring 20s of the 21st century. And, I mean, just look at this fucking Charlie Kirk nonsense. The guy gets whacked. There's a lot of conspiracy theories around it, which is going to draw on your attention. And they have a holiday, unilaterally voted upon for the guy, which is going to draw your attention. And, everybody's, up in arms about this on both sides, which is going to draw your attention. And meanwhile, you're not paying attention to the people that are actually picking your fucking pockets every day. As long as we're fighting each other, we can't define who the real enemy is. Room that you learn in within a school is a blank room, blank warfare. They don't want that, so let's get this shit going. It's fucking...
Land of Oz.
It's crazy, man. I don't get it. I don't get how people can be so gullible, but I do have to say, I'm not huge into social media. I'm planning on using it. But so I do have to get more familiar with it. But just on my Instagram feed alone, it looks like people are starting to wake up. I mean, I see so many feeds that are talking, it's done comically, but they're talking about exactly the thing that I am discussing right now. put yourself in the place of the government, and they're fucking you. When's the last time the government did something good for the people? No, they fuck you. They fuck you. Since the 40s, they've made everything look ugly. They have made you have to work more. They have drastically increased inflation. It's a squeeze. And I think everybody feels the squeeze. Nobody can afford a house anymore. They feel the squeeze. You're being squeezed. They want to see how much juice they can get out of you before you riot. And fucking COVID was a test. You don't think COVID was a test? Give me a break. They want to see how much you'll put up with. They want to see what you'll swallow. It's like that old joke after 9/11 with George W. Bush. I forget the comedian. But he's like, there's like a room of secret people sitting around a table, the New World Order, us, right? And they're like, holy shit, he won? George W. won? Oh my God. Oh my God. All right, well, we can't do that again. That's a fluke. We got to get somebody smart for the next run. And then somebody stands up and goes, no, I think we can go stupider.
No, George Bush is what? His grandfather was a Nazi in the 30s?
His great-grandfather was definitely a sympathizer. The Bush family made a large part of their fortune by laundering Nazi money through the gold trade, because his great-grandfather was a banker. Yeah. I forget the Bush's name, but it was something like that.
Walker Bush, something like that.
Well, George W. W stands for Walker, I think. Yeah, I forget the name of the great-grandpa.
And then in 1933, FDR took your gold away from you, and then it was illegal for you to have gold.
Yeah, exactly. But, so what I was talking about with Instagram, just on my Instagram feed, I mean, people are doing it comedically, but it's the same thing. They're like, the government sitting there counting money, the government guy, and then you have two people fighting each other. One's obviously a lefty, one's obviously a righty, and then they hey, wait a second. I think we have more in common than we disagree on. I think you're right. I think we do have more in common. Maybe we should start working together. How can we make our lives better? I think that guy over there is fucking us. I think that guy over there, maybe we should join teams and go fuck with that guy. That guy who's picking our pockets, the government man. And then government man goes, oh no, he stops counting his money. This isn't good. Oh no. He goes, hey, I heard Charlie Kirk got shot.
Yeah, right.
And then they start fighting. Wait, what? Who shot him? I bet you it was a MAGA guy. No, it wasn't a MAGA guy. I bet you it was a liberal. Trying to shut him up. And then they start fighting again. And the government guy goes, oh, that was a close one. And he starts counting his money. So I think people are starting to wake up, or maybe that's the bubble that social media's algorithm is putting me in.
The bubble is coming.
Oh, well, we're not talking about the real estate bubble. I was talking about like encapsulated information.
Right. Well, they got so much confronting information on that bullshit. I seen right through that thing. They talked about the microphone with the bullet in it. They talked about him getting shot in the back.
That's the first thing that I've heard about a microphone with a bullet in it, man. I didn't know anything about that.
The CIA did that a long time ago, back in the 40s. They used to put a 22 bullet in a microphone.
That's crazy.
And people would speak on the microphone and you get shot in the face. They hit the button and they shoot you in the face.
I mean, dude, it makes sense. It definitely makes sense. I never even imagined it. Like, if I want to kill somebody, I don't have to get that inventive. All I do is I sit down, I go, Dear Lord, Father in hell, Satan, please smile upon myself and my brethren and all the people who believe in enjoying the here and now and forsaking an afterlife that was created merely to bind us to the will of others. And Lord Satan, while you're blessing me, Lord Satan, if you would, if I'm not asking too much, please kill that motherfucker over there. That fucking guy sucks. That guy keyed my car. His girlfriend fucked me. Gave me gonorrhea. That's why I keep my car. I already got gonorrhea. I think it was a little overkill. Please kill that motherfucker. And then, dude, the guy dies. So I don't, you know, I never thought about a bullet in a microphone. But there's another conspiracy about the fucking dude that was standing in back of him in the black t-shirt, right?
With the hand signal.
Yeah. What's that all about?
Well, I haven't found that out. I seen his hands moving, but it's like he was directing something.
Okay. Yeah, I saw that too. And then somebody pointed out that guy is a Secret Service agent. First of all, why the fuck does Charlie Kirk have Secret Service? Second of all, that guy was at Trump's assassination attempt too. If that's true, that's a little weird.
Of course it is.
But as long as we're all focused on that, which is very divisive, we're not going to come together, decide what we want and how our government should serve us. We're not going to do that, because that would definitely come around to the room in a school where you learn things is called a blank room, blank warfare. Would definitely come around the blank warfare. The thing that shall not be named. Fuck you, YouTube. No, let me get the camera back on me. Fuck you, YouTube. Fuck you. There, I said it. And I'm telling you what, as soon as I get this AI automation and we start getting clips up and advertising our show like a real fucking podcast, if my numbers don't start climbing, I'm going to say whatever the fuck I want. You can put my views to 0. I don't give a shit. I know people are watching. What? All of a sudden nobody's watching? All of a sudden we go from 60 to 250 views a week to 2, which is less than the people that I know watch because I talk to them? Fuck you. Who the fuck do you think you're fooling? I'm already 95% away from the end zone as far as monetization. I'm not going to monetize this channel. There's no fucking way. At our current rate of growth, even if we tripled it, it would take me centuries to monetize this channel. I'm not doing it for the money, you dumb cunts. You can't scare me. If my numbers don't start climbing after we start posting clips, I'm going to say whatever the fuck I want. I know people are watching. Go fuck yourself. You're a twat. And by the way, YouTube, I am a trans man. Deal with that, you AI motherfucking algorithm. Twat, cunt, piece of shit. Sorry, what? Oh, felt good to get that off.
Now that you vented that out.
I didn't know I had that in me until it came out. Now that I got that out of me.
Next subject.
Yeah.
What's the next subject?
Well, we were talking about... God damn it. We were talking about January 6th. Apparently there's some new info. Tell me what you know about this, because I got a bunch of links that I'm ready to go explore. I don't know what the fuck I'm looking at. What did you... Excuse me, what did you hear?
I was there. I'd seen it all. I didn't enter the building. I was there with my famous flag. And I know...
Which, for people who do not know... Actually, I'm just going to post a picture of it real quick. I'm going to post a picture in post. I'm going to post a picture of you on the lawn on January 6th. And I'm going to post the picture of the flag that I created for you, which is a nice digital version of the one you created with felt and... Yeah.
You're going to have the one from 2004 when I was with Ron Paul in Washington.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, there's no picture of you from January 6th, but you were there.
Yes.
Okay, all right. So anyway, what'd you hear about it?
But the thing is, I was walking around, I seen the Proud Boys. I seen the FBI walking around because it was the earpieces they had in the ear with the wire.
If you're observant, they're kind of hard to miss, and they think they're being all stealthy.
No, and then I also seen the BLA. There was a change in their outfits
what the fuck is BLA?
The Black Liberation?
No, BLM.
BLM,
yeah.
And they were changing their outfits, and they were turning their hats around and pretending they were Trump supporters.
Okay.
And we had a couple pictures of one guy. He was definitely FBI. He was not there. And like I said, they were there, and it's not their job to be there. They were probably following some people.
Wait. It's not whose job to be where?
The FBI.
Okay, go ahead.
Job to be in there.
All right, I got you. Go ahead.
They were supposed to control the protest.
Right.
You can't stop the protest of 250,000 people. I don't care what you say.
That's a lot of people.
That's a lot of people. Because I stood on the corner and I watched them come over the hill where the Lincoln Memorial was, and they kept coming and coming and coming, and they looked like the people coming from Grand Central going to work. So there was 250,000 people there.
Yeah.
And there was agitators there. We agree to that.
I don't know. See, here's where I haven't come to a decision yet, because so let me lay out where I'm at with all this. First of all, it seems like, and I'm not certain about the left, so I'll just say this about the right, and perhaps the left does the same thing. And if people want to leave me examples in the comments of where the left does this as well, please do. But I am aware of many, many times on the right where when the right fucks up and they do something stupid, a lot of people will come out and claim that it's a psyop, that they were instigated, that it's being misrepresented. Maybe you just fucked up. But then there's all these crazy videos, like the videos that Tucker Carlson showed on his expose of January 6th, where police officers are not only opening the gates to let people to the building, opened up the doors, are giving the guy with the buffalo horns, the MAGA, what's he called? The MAGA,
His name was Jim.
Nobody knows who the fuck Jim is. He was called the MAGA, shaman, the MAGA shaman. The guy with the buffalo horns. And, they're giving him a tour of the Capitol building. Like, nobody's fucking violent. It's weird. But then you see other footage where people are totally violent and they're bashing on windows and they're kicking shit over. So I'm sitting here like, I don't know what to think. And also in the back of my head is, if real fake technology is getting to the point where it is now for public use, how long has the military-industrial complex how long have they had this technology?
A long time.
Probably. I mean, maybe, probably, maybe. I don't know. I don't know how that works. How does the money flow go? I don't know. So, I mean, if these techies are developing this shit, do they get like, hey, we're going to give you billions of dollars not to release this to the public for 5 years? Maybe. And maybe I don't know. But then which of the videos that we're watching, which one of those are real fakes and which one of those are real? Because there's very conflicting evidence that it was like, hey, come on in. And they were set up, and then like, whoa, holy shit, they're bashing down the doors. Like, I see video that is evidence of both things. So like, I don't fucking know. But I mean, if you were there, tell me what you experienced.
No, I've seen the people so simply just voicing their opinion, no violence. But I think the cops, the city cops there, they didn't help it at all. They just pushed it too.
What do you mean? Well, what do you mean by pushed it? They were instigating?
They were encouraging it.
In what way? Give me specifics that you saw.
Well, I seen when they were pepper spraying the people, and one guy was taking a flagpole and hitting the cop on the head. All right? But
Jesus. Well, I would have pepper sprayed him too. I probably would have shot him, to be honest.
Again, they instigated it, and
Yeah, in what way? Give me specifics. How did they instigate the people to? How did they instigate the people to get violence?
They were physically fighting the line of the people, and somebody was behind it or in front of there that was pushing the thing to make them clash.
All right,
and it's like a drug. People said, "We got to do this."
Well, listen, mob psychology and individual psychology are two very different things. So I get what you're saying. What else did you say?
Well, when they shot that woman that was being pushed through the window.
No, I want to talk about what you saw with your eyeballs.
Well, I seen that grandmother that was pushed down.
Okay.
She was trying to stop them.
Okay. Stop who?
Stop the protesters from going in the building.
Oh, okay. Okay.
But the thing is, there were so many little acts like that just fed the crowd, and people just fell right into it.
It's weird. So you saw, like, the crowd was getting unruly, but you saw several instances where perhaps that was being instigated.
Yes,
but then we have footage of completely peaceful, like, tours of the Capitol building. I don't know what to make of this.
Well, see, I didn't understand that either when they opened up the gates and opened up the doors.
So did you see them open up the gates and open up the doors with your eyeballs?
Yeah, I was.
With those little balls that are in the front of your fucking face.
Right.
You used that not to look at a screen, but you saw them open up the gates and open up the doors.
I was near the door, and I got out of the way because I didn't want to be pushed in.
Okay.
Because I knew what would happen. I knew they were taking pictures. They arrested.
Oh, fuck yeah!
They arrested over 300 people months later and identified them and charged them with sedition.
Yeah.
Sedition is from the 1700s, and they pumped up the charges. They misapplied the law to them.
Yeah.
They wanted to make examples out of it because they wanted to get away from who really...
Oh, whether or not the left took advantage of what happened after the fact in order to villainize a group of people and come after Trump, that's not open to debate. No. They definitely did that. I still can't figure out enough about what happened on the day to form an opinion. You know what I mean?
Well, Washington, D.C. was warned ahead of time, like 2 days ahead. They had people in Virginia in hotels going to a hardware store, buying grappling hooks, rope,
Jesus Christ,
axes,
Jesus
hammers,
Christ,
and they were in a construction crew.
I keep seeing on Twitter lefties going, hey, we're all getting doxxed for making fun of Charlie Kirk being shot, which is gross. I guess. I mean, I make fun of people who die sometimes. But, we're all getting doxxed. You guys got to be careful. We all know these MAGA assholes are violent. Jesus Christ, maybe they are. I mean, all the assassinations that are happening and attempts right now are against the right, but maybe the MAGA people are fucking violent. They're buying grappling hooks and fucking rope and shit.
Yeah, they were buying them in the hardware stores.
Jesus.
In Virginia. And was anyone carrying a gun on January 6th? Yes, I did see some people carrying guns.
Were you carrying a gun, Harry?
Yeah,
you
carrying a gun? Say that.
Were you?
I see the bulge on the hip.
Did you have your baby with you?
No, I didn't have. But the Proud Boys.
Were you carrying a gun, or were you just happy to see me?
The Oath Keepers were there. I seen the bulges on the hip.
Right.
But they had a half a dozen people arrested on gun charges.
For the record, Harry was not carrying a gun. He was just thinking about me.
Well, I don't care. I knew better not to carry a gun in Washington, D.C.
Of course.
Because that's like a communist town.
Of course.
And that's like a 2-year sentence automatic.
Mm-hmm.
No
Same
bail.
as New York, New Jersey. Yeah, I got you.
Same thing in Jersey. But January 6th was a planned thing. They allowed it to happen.
I don't know, man. I see so many, not just debates, not just words that are spoken or typed. conflicting video evidence. It freaks me out.
How much evidence did they destroy the videotape?
I don't know. Tucker Carlson got his hands on a lot of shit.
He got a whole lot of stuff.
He got a lot of shit. I don't know. I don't know what to think.
Well, the country's in an uproar about that. But now, thank God the guy got out of jail. Everyone on January 6th, they got pardoned.
Yeah, I don't think they deserved, I mean, what did they get? Like fucking life sentences and shit? I mean, I don't think they deserve that.
So sometimes they got sentences more than a drug dealer.
Yeah.
One guy got...
Oh, no drugs!
19 years.
This is the pothead telling me they're worse than a drug dealer. Dude, who's your drug dealer? Let's put him in jail.
No.
Come on.
I think the guy from Proud Boys got sentenced to 18 years.
Yeah.
They misapplied the law to him, and now he's out. So it's just a screwed up mess.
I don't get it, man.
I'm waiting for the next one.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's coming. I mean, we had the George Floyd riots during the pandemic. The next one's coming. We're being set up for it. I mean, guys, all you got to do is go like this. I mean, which way's the wind blowing? I mean, it's fucking obvious. Trump's playing ball now with the military-industrial complex. Somehow they got to him. I don't know what he was holding out for and what they offered him, but he's a sellout. He's like every other fucking politician. He's playing ball. And I don't understand because, like, he can't run for a third term. Usually that's when they go a little wild and they're like, well, no, this is really what I want to do, and this is what we're doing because I can't get elected again anyway, so fuck it. He did, like, the reverse. Like, his first term, he was like, fuck you guys, and then his second term was like, yes, Israel, what would you like? Let me help you commit a genocide. Let's kill as many people as we can. Maybe we'll come in afterward with our developers and we'll turn the whole Gaza Strip into a casino. That'd be cool, right? I don't know what the fuck's going on there, man. I don't know what to think. It's wild. It's very weird.
Look at they just had a thing about Biden's name came up again, and he was involved.
With what?
He censored a lot of information that was coming out.
Oh, that you're talking about that thing that you showed me on the computer the other day?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that was Google admitting they collapsed to pressure from the Biden administration to censor information during the COVID-19 pandemic. Yeah, that's no shit. You know, like anybody who thought that wasn't happening, fuck you. You're an NPC. You can't think. Don't learn things because facts don't exist. Learn how to think.
Right, that's why, because when you had that movie Harry War in 1981, all the IRS people went to all the blockbusters and bought every one of those movies out.
Yeah. That's a real thing. So this movie, Harry's War, comes out. When did it come out, you said?
1981.
1981, something like that. You're usually close, and it's amazing to me how much knowledge you do retain, but you're never exact. So somewhere around 1981. And that's where we got your name from, because that Harry's not your real name. And it's about these people, income taxes are illegal, and the IRS is fucking crazy. And this movie comes out, and the IRS went to all the blockbusters and like fucking bought them out. That's real. I looked that up. That actually happened.
And threatened the movie people, if you show the movies, we're going to shut your movie theater down.
Yeah.
Now, if that's not censorship, I don't know what is.
Yeah. Well, you and I experience that firsthand, so we know it exists. We're not even like fucking famous or influential when we experience it. It's fucking crazy.
Well, I don't know what's going to become of this country in the next 2 years.
I don't know, man. And we were talking about, fall of an empire is what I'm going to call this podcast episode. Yeah. And, a lot of people have been talking about, philosophers, thinkers, people who you're supposed to respect and admire. I've been talking about similarities between the United States and ancient Rome. So I had a bunch of links brought up for January 6th, but we'll just move beyond that because I don't know what. So they found a bunch of FBI agents, but I think we're too early to make heads or tails of it because I'm seeing a lot of conflicting information here. So let's wait until the dust settles, perhaps. Because I'm in a media blackout, so I'm not on the pulse, so to speak. So he lets me know that something happened, and then I try to sift through nonsense, and all I'm getting is nonsense. Let's talk about the collapse of the empire. Let me bring this up. This is cool. All right. Now I can look at it on my monitor here without craning my fucking neck. Oh my god. Can't read half of that. Let's see. Maybe I can move it? Yeah, I want the... There you go. Hey, I got it. All right. Let's see how that looks in the recording. Let me go off. On. There you go. Now I can see my mouse. All right. So... a lot of people have been comparing the USA to ancient Rome just before its collapse, and there was some guy, we were looking up, some Murray guy, who's like, yeah, well, the Romans were obsessed with sex and infidelity and homosexuality. They were fucking dogs and eating their cats, and they were putting their penises in bungholes instead of cloacia. I mean vaginas. And then they collapse. As if that's why. I don't know. But the USA is sometimes compared to Rome before its fall due to parallels like imperial overreach. Maybe. Extensive foreign involvement. Maybe. Increasing economic inequality, blank warfare, a struggling middle class, let's replace that with non-existent middle class, political division, corruption, currency devaluation, unsustainable spending, and shifting balance of power from the state to private interests and factions. Doing. Holy cow. So, I mean, Jesus Christ. I mean, do we even have to go through these?
No.
Harry, let me ask you a question. Do you think that people are so stupid they're not going to see the parallels just from me saying that?
They're stupid.
Should we go through them one by one?
I don't think we have to because these people don't want to see it. Those that know it, they will go through it and they could identify with it. Or some of the families are living through it. Because you got to remember, Rome had a lot of assassinations within the families for the Caesars to keep power. A lot of assassinations.
100%. And I mean, if you look at who we have in charge, there is a lot of evidence that we do have a ruling class that is not necessarily through bloodlines, but yes, because that is how wealth transfer works. Sorry, but that seems like it's the way it is.
We better be careful what we say because she's the Roman special god, and if we say the wrong thing, one of us is going to lose the head.
Yeah, but Harry, you already fucked her. So, isn't she your girlfriend?
Maybe she's happy.
Don't. How good of a job did you do?
maybe she wants to keep me alive.
Oh my God. She's looking for that. She's looking for you to lay some more pipe. Yeah, I think we're safe. I think we're safe. She'll keep you around for a while. Yeah. I think you did her good. You did her dirty.
I don't think she's a relation to Caligula. I think from another family. Because first of all, you got to remember, the Roman army didn't have no female fighters.
That's true.
They had
most armies don't.
They had a bunch of females following as joy girls, like they did in World War II, to entertain the troops.
Yeah.
But then again, they were slave citizens or that had a whole bunch of classifications.
You wanna know a way that I am a feminist? I would prefer it if women did all the fighting and the killing and the raping and the pillaging, and I was the one getting raped. I would prefer it to be that way. Yep. So, women of the world, open invitation.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, don't mess around with Masada, though. Those women are more deadly than anything else.
Whatever.
Masada. The Jewish state of Israel has Masada.
Listen, man.
They are deadly people.
I'm so sick of fucking Israel at this point. Listen, guys, if you're Jewish and you're listening to this and you're cool, or not, I'm not cool. I don't give a shit. I don't have anything against you. I don't have anything against your religion, your culture. I actually think it's pretty cool that you guys have kept your culture intact for as long as you have, when every other civilization seems to be, especially in the West, seems to be becoming homogenized into sort of a melting pot of, hey, it's cool if you study your culture and respect your culture and identify with your culture, as long as you do, say, and buy the same shit as everybody else. So it's basically cultural erasure, and I do respect you guys for keeping your culture. But I'm just YouTube. I'm a trans man. But I'm just going to come out and say this. Zionism fucking sucks.
Well, I went on the internet trying to find my Jewish name. My original name and what it really means.
You're not Jewish. What the fuck are you looking for?
I'm not.
Are you?
I'm cheap.
Yeah, but I'm Dutch and I'm cheap. So
I have no
the Dutch and the Jews are I'm 50% Dutch, and the Dutch and the Jews got a lot in common.
Right.
Stereotypically.
Oh, well. I will find out. But I'm not a Caspian Jew from the northern country of Russia.
Yeah.
But like I said, the Jewish people are the greatest dreamers or the greatest storytellers.
They're definitely good storytellers. I'll give that to them. And I respect that too, because I think we need a good story. And your story took over everybody else's stories. And it's like I said before, man, listen, man, Judaism and Christianity and Islam and Buddhism and Hinduism, nothing to do with me. It's created by people who live in a different culture than my ancestors. I don't live in that culture. I didn't grow up in the desert. It doesn't interest me. All right, Thor and Odin and Loki interest me more than Jeebus and the Red Dragon, Satan, and who would be the other one? God. You just call him God.
Well,
how inventive.
Didn't the Gauls and the Vikings take over Europe and defeat the Roman Empire? When the barbarians, they called them, when they invaded Rome?
Wasn't it the Gauls that they were primarily fighting? It was the Germans. It was the Gauls, wasn't it? Wasn't the Vikings. The Vikings kind of took over
England.
England. Yeah. What's common? What is today England? Right. Right. Exactly. The tribes that became Ireland, Scotland, and England.
The empire is going to fall apart.
Oh, this empire is definitely on its way out.
Oh.
And I think that's why, you just see everybody who is well-to-do feasting on, as Tim Dillon would say, feasting on the bloated carcass that is this decaying empire before the decay gets so bad that they're going to shit their brains out. It's on its way out.
I don't know who's going to take place after that. Maybe they're talking about some damn spaceship coming down from another galaxy, and the aliens are coming.
Yeah. You keep talking to me about this. I don't know, man.
Yeah, I don't believe that.
I don't know, man.
Yeah, there's no proof of that.
You keep saying you don't believe that, but then again, I keep catching you watching these deep fake videos that are news broadcasts for these amazing medications that they're totally faking actors and celebrities.
Storytelling.
That's exactly what it is. It's storytelling.
They got a better civilization now where they're going to make it better for us. And well, first of all, you got to remember, if an alien comes to this country and says, "Look at these stupid people. They're allowing other people to steal their money. How stupid can they be?"
Well, yeah, and also, why do you have money? There's this great quote, and I can't remember exactly what it is. Somebody drop it in the comments. I'm gonna fuck it up. But it's something like, why wouldn't aliens be interested in our civilization? And the answer is, I'll let you know when we have one. Something like that.
Yeah.
It's along those lines. And every time I read it, which is not often, obviously, I can't remember it. It fucking cracks me up. It's along the lines of, how did intelligent life develop? I'll let you know when it does.
Well, what intelligent life?
Exactly. Yeah, that's the point. That's the joke. Yeah, but I mean, we're fucking crumbling, and I got something up here we can take a look at real quick on the computer. Historically, common signs of imperial decay. And if you don't think America's an empire, fuck you. You're stupid. You're an NPC. Go back to sleep and turn this off. Historically, common signs of imperial decay include political corruption, instability, economic decline marked by excessive debt and inflation, a weakening military. That's the one thing we don't have yet. A weakening military. And social issues like class division and loss of public trust. Do we see any parallels there? What do you think, Harry? Are we on the cusp of decline according to that information or no?
Mismanagement? Oh, let's talk about a depression, a recession, mortgage fraud, wasted money going into projects. What was that one? The governments are spending things and they're not telling us what they're spending it on. They're all in black ops.
They never tell us what they spend our money on. It's not like you pay taxes and you get a receipt.
No,
they don't tell you.
No, all they know is at the end of the year they steal $10 from you. They give you $1 back.
Right, exactly.
But then they create their own jobs.
Mm-hmm.
And they keep their own legal system going.
The U.S. government, I think, statistically, and we're not going to look anything up. That's not our style on this show. But I'm pretty sure statistically, the U.S. government is the biggest human organization in history.
Yeah, and they give out money to other foreign countries.
You're welcome, Israel!
Yeah.
Go kill a bunch of people!
Oh, yeah. Well, what about the fight with Russia, with their fight going? How much money did we give them?
Yeah, that's why I'm saying Trump sold out. I don't know how they got to him, man. But he's like, hey, we're not Ukraine. We're not giving you any more money. Oh, Israel. Oh, here, please go kill people.
Right, keep your fight there so we don't have to fight here.
Yeah.
Or Charlie's War in the Middle East War. And they wanted $80 billion to
talking about the movie we just watched, Charlie Wilson's War, yeah.
And like I said, then the American government said, the American people said, why are we giving $80 billion to this country? Well, it actually was a war between the United States and Russia, but they couldn't show that. So we gave them a lot of weapons that they didn't have. And now what happened? We were fighting them.
Yeah,
we turned against them. We want to leave you stay in the 15th century. That's it. We don't want you to get into 20th century.
What was the movie with Matt Damon about us trying to negotiate with the Middle East? It was fucking brilliant. Fuck, I can't remember the name of it. But anyway, he's talking to this Saudi prince or something. or it's an upcoming prince. He's about to take power. And I think Matt Damon's character is works in the private sector, and the American government wants to take this guy out because he's forward thinking. So he's in this hotel room with this Saudi prince. It's like $5,000 a night, and Matt Damon's character is abhorred at the amount of money that this prince is spending on just a fucking hotel room. It's like, Jesus Christ, you guys don't know how this works. And the prince goes to him, listen, what does the West actually think? That's what I want to know. What do they actually think about us? And Matt Damon's character goes, you want to know what we actually, because he's getting frustrated at this point. You want to know what we actually think about you? We think that 200 years ago, you were running around the desert, chopping each other's heads off. And in another 200 years, that's exactly where you'll be again. And right now, we're just taking advantage of the fact that you have the greatest natural resource humanity has ever found. And once you're out of it, you're done.
Yeah.
And you will go down in history as the only people in the earth that have squandered it.
Right.
Jesus Christ, if that doesn't sum up the situation, what
well,
does?
We're gonna rape your country and take your resources, and when they're gone, fuck you.
Yeah, I wish I could remember the name of this movie. And then they end up the prince that he's talking to, he's trying to negotiate with, that's very forward thinking and wants to use the money that they're making on all this oil to actually build infrastructure and create a civilization that can do business and integrate with the rest of the global economy, specifically the West. And while he's negotiating this, the American government takes out his motorcade. It was spoiler alert. Spoiler alert. That's how it ends. They blow him the fuck up.
It goes back to the movie Lawrence of Arabia when they were dividing.
You know, that's a famous movie, and I never saw it.
The American, the French, the British government was going to cut up Saudi Arabia, but Lawrence made a constitution to the Arab people, and Prince Faisal, whatever his name was, says, we have a problem. His name is Lawrence, and he has made the constitution. I am king,
Ooh.
And I will be king. And
so what country is Lawrence from?
It was Saudi Arabia when after World War I, they were digging for the petroleum.
I'm just saying Lawrence sounds like a very
Lawrence
Western
of Arabia
name.
was a British officer.
Yeah, there you go. There it is.
Right.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like I said,
that was it was all about.
Lawrence
Up to that, they were just desert people. But they were drilling for water, they hit petroleum, and they found a great reserve, and now the European nations want to split it up.
Yeah, and there you go. We're storytellers, and I think that if I took the time to watch that movie, it would probably enlighten me in some way. Human beings are storytellers. That's all we do. We don't reiterate information and facts. We tell each other stories, because what humanity is, we're each coming from a perspective. We're all looking at the same information, but you can't have objective data because we all have a unique perspective. So stories is the best way to communicate, and maybe I'll watch that movie. It might give me some insight into what's going on.
You'll learn about the Arab tribes, and you go back to ancient history, and you'll learn something about what the Arabs really are. And then they're going to find out it was the Europeans that wanted to rape all the nations. They did Africa.
Dude,
they did Asia.
Most countries on the planet, America, most countries on the planet, America, celebrate an Independence Day from England.
Right, no, they're not independent. They're puppet government.
I know that's what you think. But I just think it's funny that most countries on the planet celebrate an Independence Day from England.
Yeah.
How many countries had that fucking country taken over? It's crazy.
Well, England took over, colonized almost 3/4 of the world.
It's crazy. Yeah.
France took over Asia when it was Indochina.
Yeah, nobody wants that.
And then that became Vietnam, and then it was the career and that they've been fighting for a long time.
They don't have anything.
Yeah.
Some of their women are hot.
Yeah, well, it's a beautiful country, but I don't like the politics over there.
Mm.
It was a real beautiful country.
I've never been there.
Well, you don't want to go because there was one street in Saigon that if you went down that street, you never come back.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, you had a lot of servicemen disappear. Then they list them as missing in action.
Dangerous territory.
You know, it's like walking down. I can't think of like going to Singapore in the 1800s and getting shanghaied on the ship.
Yeah.
Back in the 1800s.
Yeah. We looked into that on a previous podcast. What Shanghaiing actually was. That's pretty interesting.
They give you knockout drops and they dump you in the hole and it's a little rowboat.
And you have to work on like a pirate ship.
Yeah, you have to work on the ship. They take you to China, whatever.
Yeah.
And you can't escape.
Yeah.
Well,
That's
they got
cool.
the same thing today.
It's a unique piece of history.
They call it human slavery. They still got it today.
Is that what they call it? Human slavery?
Yes, human slavery.
What other species have been enslaved?
Well, Saudi Arabia's involved with that.
Oh, they're not humans. Yeah, that makes sense.
And some Asian countries are involved with that, and they enslave the people. China enslaves a lot of people.
Well, what are they called? The Uyghurs?
Yeah.
The Uyghurs. Yeah, I mean, that's fucking crazy what they're doing to those people.
Well, yeah, like I said, this country, they got a form of slavery too. But they, instead of what they called them slaves in Rome, they came citizens, they got called something else, and the gladiators were slaves. But they were still a form of slavery. Yeah. And you had to fight to be free.
Yeah.
And that's what it ends up to be.
Well, today I think we have economic slavery.
Oh, yeah.
And like I said, it's the squeeze. And until we have blank warfare, the squeeze is going to continue. And they're just going to see, they're going to keep squeezing until the juice isn't worth the squeeze.
You mean the corpse is dry?
The corpse is dry.
Well, that's why you think they pushing to have children, release the children, put them on Social Security, put them on income tax.
Who's pushing people to have children? I thought they were all about depopulation.
Well, no, the IRS likes you to have children because they give you dependents to write off.
That's true. That's a good point.
So therefore, in 20 years, we got a new bunch of workers.
Yeah, worker bees.
Or new children to fight in our army.
Worker bees, soldiers. Yeah.
Adolf Hitler did that with the master race. He was going to raise a generation of new soldiers.
Yeah.
And like I said, one human being uses another.
Yeah.
But like I said, until you really study in history, you don't see this.
Yeah.
Maybe you don't want to see it. We pushed the American Indian out and we took his land. Back from, yeah.
Yeah, but, fuck that guy. We won.
Yeah, you won. Okay, fine. But I don't want to.
What are we supposed to do? We're supposed to find a whole bunch of great land and find people that can't defend themselves and be like, well, we could take this land, but it's really not fair to those guys who, by the way, keep shooting arrows at us. But, it's their land. We should just go home. You really think that's going to happen? You really think that's the way people act? No.
Well, I don't want a slave because then again I got to take care of the slave. It's like having a puppy dog.
Right.
You get a puppy dog and you're supposed to take care of it.
Right.
Or you work a farm and you got to take care of your cattle.
Yeah, that's exactly
That's
what
the Jews call the Gentiles cattle.
Cows. No, the last time we talked about that, Talking Head all but disproved it. But you have read all the volumes of the Talmud, so, correct him if he's wrong. Goy, what I looked up, means nation, so the Jewish people are also a Goy. The Jewish people use a slang term, Goyim, to refer to anybody who is not Jewish.
Yeah.
And the word goy is very close etymologically to a separate word that they use for cow. So perhaps they have some racial slurs for non-Jews that make a play upon that etymological similarity. But goy does not mean cow. From the research that I did and Talking Head did. But you did read all the volumes of the Talmud, so correct us if we're wrong.
It's a different terms in language. And then again, language, some disappears and some change the language. But again, it's people using each other for whatever their agenda is.
Yeah, that's exactly. And that, that's all that people do. That's all that people have ever done through all of history and all media, from the first bestseller, The Witch's Hammer, all the way through now, with Facebook and our Tweety Twats and our Tumblrs and our Insta posts and our YouTubers. Fuck you, YouTube. Yes, I said it. I am a trans man. That's what people do. I think that's an evolutionary mechanism. When a species gets to the top of the food chain, they have to start competing with each other in order to evolve. And nature abhors a vacuum. You can't have it. You got to evolve. So if there's no other species to fight against for survival, that species is going to have to start fighting itself. And somehow we came up with a mechanism called civilization, which allows us to grow larger and faster the harder and more brutally we fight each other.
Yep.
That's pretty incredible. We're very inventive.
But let's not find the real
Sorry,
enemy.
let me repost that. They're very inventive. I do not participate. Yeah, but let's not find the real enemy. You're exactly right.
Let's not look for the real enemy. And maybe we get together and then but then again, what will we create after that? That's a good question.
After civilization?
Let's say we got rid of all the corruption that we have.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what's going to happen? We're going to, like the French Revolution, when they got rid of the monarchy, and they got rid of Louis XIV, whatever, and they chopped off a couple of heads.
A couple, yeah. Just a couple.
Yeah. But like I said, what do they got now? So, like I said, look at England.
I tell you what'll happen after we get rid of all the corruption.
Yeah. Who's going to be in charge?
The last corrupt person will say that we can all have cake before they chop off his or her head.
Okay.
Because history repeats itself. We're going to be offered cake. We're going to refuse because we're all very health conscious now. And we're all on keto.
Yeah.
We'll refuse the cake and chop off the head. And then we'll eat the body. Because it's keto friendly. The last aristocrat will be high in fat content.
Oh, let's barbecue them.
It'll be very keto friendly. We'll refuse the cake, chop off the head, eat the body. And then we will spiral into worse than our darkest dystopian nightmares. Anybody who doesn't see that scenario happening, you're either lack imagination, intelligence, or you're sober. Pick one. All three of those are problems you need to solve. And here's what I have to say before we check out, Harry. We're reaching the end here.
Yep.
Here's what I have to say before we check out, YouTube. I am a trans man. And although I do not endorse it, I foresee class warfare in America. Fuck you, I am a trans man. I am a trans man.
There, you said it, class warfare. If they don't like it, too bad.
Fuck you, Tim. I'm so
I
sick.
like war.
I'm so
class
sick of this
warfare.
shit.
It brings the best of people out, or the worst.
Yeah, both. I think it's both things that need to be expressed, and warfare does give them humanity. Them, what's the word again? Oh yeah, human. It does give humanity the opportunity to express the best and worst within themselves. Harry, I think that's all I got in me for tonight. Fall of an Empire, episode 44, I think.
Yeah.
You have anything else to say to the people before we wrap this up?
Get ready for the fall of the civilization.
I don't think
Get ready for it. Don't be surprised.
I don't think civilization can ever die.
Right.
It's ingrained in the evolution of humanity.
It's going to change.
Brett Weinstein said it best. We are trading off our genetic evolution for the evolution of ideas because the evolution of our species depends so heavily upon our software and less upon our firmware. And I think he's absolutely right. He's an evolutionary biologist after all. Civilization is not going anywhere, but I think you're right. It's about to change.
It's about to happen.
Yeah.
And keep on doing your studying. You're getting better at it.
Oh, you're talking about my my AI?
Yeah,
studies?
your AI.
Yeah.
I seen you working for the last 2 months.
Yeah.
And it's like you're going to school for a whole year for IT.
Well, dude, I accomplished a lot. So in 2 months, and a lot of that should have been less time, but wrote a Python script. I got a server up and going. I'm doing N8N automations. I'm having a lot of fun, and I'm learning a lot. And God damn it, man! I'm going from knowing zero about computers to being able to do that. I mean, I built the Python script in 2 weeks. To where it was successful, to where I wanted it. Wouldn't been able to do that without AI. Thank you, AI, our future overlords. I'm the one who said thank you.
And
Please don't kill me.
And the most important thing you have is time. And you're making good use of it.
Well, I appreciate you saying that because you're the person who's giving me the time and the opportunity. So
You're carrying my torch.
I appreciate it.
When I'm deep in the ground and the worms are eating my body, I want you to carry my torch.
Well, I think the main thing, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think the main thing that you and I have in common is we like pointing out stupidity and hypocrisy when we see it.
People wake up, you're stupid, learn your history. Just get your head out of the sand and start learning some truth and question everything, and I mean everything.
Yeah, seriously.
Look at it and then say, is this for real? And find out what the foundation is or where the seeds come from. Then you decide how you want to live.
Harry, I fucking love you, buddy. Every time I see you Porky Pigging it into the studio, you're not wearing any pants, my pants get shorter. I fucking love you, dude. You're my best friend.
I'm wearing my Santa Claus robe.
I know, we kind of match.
And the season's coming up.
Yeah.
My holiday season.
Yeah.
I'm going to have some happy holiday messages for you people.
Well, I'm sure we can't wait.
Or we wait till Harry's war machine comes up. And that's going to be fun.
That'll be a special surprise.
That's a special project.
Yeah. I think
I got to work on.
I'm a couple months away from being able to implement
once
that.
we get that going,
yeah,
then we're going to be all over the place.
Yeah, I got a lot of fun things I'm working on. I think that's about it. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for watching the New World Order broadcast. And just remember, we're watching you too.
Someone is watching. There are strange